Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous from Scratch series. We're going to go out to the crater and collect some raw materials. Sit down. Is this landing? We do need to do some planetary exploration where there's selenium also, and antimony and all those. But since we're already here, this is the easy one. Is this landing?
Landing gear deployed.
Is this alternate? Is this down?
Low gravity warning.
Is this dark?
Cargo scope deployed.
Is this ship? Let the ship get out of the way. Because the signal will be signals will be kind of overridden. There's a mining zone or a mining site with a ship guarding it. But support ships won't bother you if you don't bother them. If you bother them, they'll bother you. So if that's what you want, go for it. The rebuy on the SRV is cheap, so even if you get killed and you're back in your ship, as long as you have like rate 264 credits, yep, it covers it. We can do it all over again. And usually those ships that are guarding them, the support ships, they're usually wanted. So if you had your fighter setting on the planet, you could go by and check his status, go get in your fighter, and then just unload on him. Now, if he's elite or dangerous or deadly or something like that, you're not, well, that could cause a problem. Well, you gotta take all that in consideration. I like doing my combat at the resource extraction sites, low or medium. Get help from security forces too, so that's the way I like to do it. We'll probably do some more of that, but I do have plenty of combat and bounty hunting videos, so check all those out. See where the closest material location is. Probably over here. If we called our ship, it would land over there by that other ship, that area. That's what it usually does. In a way, that's probably good if you were going after it. You'd want your ship over there because of the point defense and all of that. But you could get in your ship and park next to it. Or get in your ship and take out that support ship. Okay. Look for another low signal. Right now it's all the upper signal stuff. Head back toward the center. Usually that will bring up more. But again, as soon as we max out our materials again of what we can collect here, then we'll be looking at another engineer to unlock based on what we need. And what it takes to unlock them. But with cargo missions, paying up to 5 to 7 times what they did before. That's really good too. I like that. We got another one up near the crater too, so. Looks like it's on the other side of that rock. Or it's inside that rock. That was kind of interesting. Yeah, it picks those that are the furthest from you. As you can tell, the SRV has no traction. It's kind of all over the place all the time. You're always fighting the steering, and it's trying to spin you out and point you in the opposite direction. There's a lot of things that point you in the opposite direction in this game, because it's a obstacle course game. That's what it's all about. It's all about the obstacle. But usually weekends is when discounted tritium would come up. So we need to continue to watch for that between videos. And there's several over there too. Like 3 over there. Now the targeting's not real good. See, it just kind of roams around and eventually gets closer to the target. There's a lot of things that could be fixed if they really wanted to. That would make it a little more realistic. We got some over there. See what else we got. But of course, Frontier doesn't listen to me when I make suggestions. But please look to the lower right hand corner of the video and press that subscribe button. That'd really help me out with YouTube. YouTube requires that I have 1,000 subscribers. After almost 11 months and 1,250 plus videos, I have around 200, and I really appreciate all those that have subscribed. It's just not enough. We need more of you. We've had less than 1% of our viewers actually subscribing, so we need more than that. And I'm going to keep asking until we get over 1,000 subscriptions, because that's what we have to have. Now, after 1,000 subscriptions, then we're good. It doesn't make as much difference. But that first 1,000, oh, we need you. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything. I need some of those free subscriptions that you've got. Or you need one. You can't give us more than one anyway. That's all you can give us. YouTube allows you to subscribe as a viewer to 2,000 channels. So we just need to be one of your 2,000. And some in the past have stuck with smaller content because they don't have to worry about the commercials. Well, YouTube is changing that to where even the ones that don't qualify for support, that YouTube is going to add ads to our videos, and they're going to collect the revenue and not share any of it with the smaller content creators. Yeah, that's not very fair, but of course we're in that dictatorial society now where everything is a kind of dictatorship. So where people tell you the way it's going to be and you just have to follow. It's not a very good world we live in anymore. It's because people don't stand up and do something about it. Courts have become more about opinion than they do about law. And courts create law now instead of the legislatures. So it's a real mess. It's only going to get worse. until a lot of people say, well, I just didn't think it would happen here like this. Yeah, but it's going to, because you gave in to them. So you'll get what you asked for, or what you thought you were asking for. And you'll be controlled and abused like the rest of us get abused all the time. And then everybody will be whining about how terrible it was, and they didn't realize it was going to be like that. Yeah. Well, we kept telling you, but nobody would listen. And it's going to be like that. You give in to communist and socialism, then you get what you ask for. And then most people don't like what they ask for. And then they whine and moan and cry and everything, like Venezuela and Cuba. You can ask the Cuban and Venezuelans how well that worked out for them. It didn't work out very well. Everyone's poor but the leaders. Yeah, I wind up having to cut out everything that I'm feeling because it's not good for YouTube videos, and if I speak my mind, then people will remove their subscription. So I have to cut out most of my free speech because there's too many that are not for free speech. Now, some of the things I meant to take out slipped through, so you might get to hear some of it. Because I am not for socialism and communism. All it brings is death, destruction, lawlessness, and suffering. But it seems like most people think that's what they want. Death, lawlessness, and suffering, and poverty, and no free speech, and no protection of your family, and they think that's what they want. And they find out that's not what they wanted. Right now we need to gather raw materials, and then we'll go back to Dav's Hope and collect some more manufactured materials, and then we'll come back and collect more raw materials, and then we'll go out to Jameson Crash Site and collect some encoded materials. We'll probably collect some selenium and antimony and those other raw materials, and find an engineer to unlock, and think there's some more down here too. Now, if they fix the tritium mining, we might wind up trying to collect some tritium. But it's been pretty bad in the past. At the best, I was able to collect maybe 30 in a mining run. Then it got down to about 9. They nerfed it. And so it was just better for me to collect credits and then buy it. It's probably still going to be that way. But out at Sothis de Cios collecting or running cargo missions for silver, gold, and palladium on this last run would make up to about 50 million per run. So that was pretty good. In the next video, we'll probably do another raw materials. Yeah, I've got a real bad allergy day. You can probably tell. I have a lot of those. Well, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along again. Hopefully you'll press that subscribe button. That'd really help us out with YouTube. And watch more of our videos at GFM_RDG, and look in the description and find ways to donate and join our Patreon And in that Patreon page, we point at Rumble and Daily Motion, which are YouTube-like sites that we're continually working on getting more of our videos onto. Trying to work out technical difficulties at the moment, but maybe eventually we'll get it all set up. They're much more fair than YouTube. YouTube's not fair at all when it comes to the smaller content creators. And you can find our fleet carrier and put tritium in its fuel tank. That always helps. With all the new VR headsets coming out, I hope there'll be more games come out. Games kind of like Elite Dangerous, but maybe a little more realistic, less interdiction oriented. So again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along again and watch some of our videos. So until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.